But it says, as more and more women surpass men financially and professionally, fewer young women see a need to get married. Let's talk about that.
Hmm.
I get that a lot too, because I have two master's degrees. And so
So you my
I've
master now? So you my master now?
always, I'm a double
Mm-hmm.
master, whatever.
Let me stop. Go ahead.
But although Javan has been by my side, and I credit a lot of my
Yeah.
success and diligence. I mean, this man's talked me off the ledge in undergrad. I wanted to walk away from everything. I was like, he's like, no, keep going. So
Yeah,
he's
that's right.
always been my biggest cheerleader, my biggest fan, and I could not see myself being this I guess, educated without the support of my spouse by my side. So
Mm-hmm.
he is a barber, and most people know, oh, a barber and two master's degrees. Like, how are you all equally yoked? But I think because it came, we were together prior, and we kind of grew together, and we kind of had an understanding of what we wanted to achieve in our marriage, that it just worked that way. So I looked at marriage more so before I even obtained an undergrad. I was already committed to a marriage.
I
So
love that.
I guess it depends on where you come in at.
Mm,
That probably would be the best. I don't know. It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's good because there was a quote that says, "Great marriages aren't found; they're built."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I love that you say, because very few people in today's culture really don't like to go on that journey together.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah. You got to go through.
uh, Javan, what are your thoughts on that quote?
I look at it as you kind of have to, I guess, be a little, I guess, selfless. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, selfless, with a little bit of humility, just to uh, receive, receive somebody's, differences, and see what fits. You know, I mean, it's just like a puzzle. It's 50 pieces. There's a lot of pieces we got to put together and see if we're gonna make this work.
Yeah.
Of course, somebody get tired, but somebody got to be the one to keep it going. You never know. You might get tired, but then that's the other person. You got to find that person that can, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, I don't think that is impossible. It's very possible. You just gotta, sometimes let go
Hmm.
and let God.
Yeah.
Amen to that. So what is your advice to those couples then, or not say couples, but what is your advice maybe to, because now I'm starting to see people that's watching the YouTube channel are ages 25 to 34 now. So I'm getting a younger demographic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to younger people who say, I need you to I don't want to build a bear, or I need somebody already established. Like, what is your advice to that person?
Yeah. We talked about this at breakfast.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
Kia, our oldest is kind of almost in that age category,
Hmm.
believe it or not. I know we look so youthful, but one of her friends made a comment during a cookout last week on our patio, like, "Oh, they can't go to that area because I don't want them going inside of there." And me and my husband, we looked at each other, it's like, "Oh, I wonder if there's any like off
Is
like
it?
any environments you can't
Yeah.
go into." I guess
No.
we've been married for so long, we have that trust built, and it's just that understanding of we would not disrespect each other by going into a scene that would be,
Hmm.
but we've never verbalized it. So,
Yeah.
but it was interesting that they were so young saying that
Mm.
in a relationship. And so I thought, like, at breakfast, I thought going into marriage, I think some people are in love with the idea of getting married, but not what it actually means to be married. So I think talking about those tough questions, like what would we do financially if we were broke, or emotionally, medically. I mean, these are things that me and Devan have went through.
Yeah.
And if you had told us 22, 23 years ago, I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that, or I'm not. And the old people say, you keep living long enough. Never say never is really just the crust of posing those really hard questions prior to getting married. I think couples counseling or premarital counseling is definitely something I would suggest.
Yeah,
because it tackles a lot of those questions that you would not even from rearing an adult child. We had no clue what that comes with.
Does it come with a manual?
Oh my gosh. Like this is where the work really starts. Like I feel like we're just getting started, even though we're at year 21.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just getting to this thing. So I would say get what we say, informed decision.
Informed decision.
Informed decision.
In counseling, there's nothing wrong with counseling.
Nothing wrong with it. You can have Jesus
advice.
and counseling. Trust me.
Yes.
You can have Jesus in therapy. It is so doable.
Sound counseling.
Yes.
Sometimes your homie around the corner just can't give you the right advice. He got 7 baby mamas. What can he really, tell you that can help you?
And I think there's purpose in pain. Like you can even get something from the 7 baby daddy, 7 baby mama drug dealer around the corner. I mean, you can take it like chew the meat and spit out the bones sort of thing. Like you get what I'm saying? Like there is purpose in pain. And that's where I kind of take, and one of the questions that you posed to us, like we talked about different people who have a different frame of reference and what we pick from each one of those relationships to kind of create this holistic view of what we think is what we feel like is a holistic marriage or a whole marriage. I don't know.
No, I
perfected.
No, I hear you because you can learn a lot from anybody. I mean, I know a lot of times it's easy for us to be like, I'm going to listen to you, and I get that. But some people, like God can use anybody. You just never know. Somebody they might not even apply it to their life, but they can tell you something.
Oh yeah.
You'll be like, how did he know that? Or how did she know that? Like that's wisdom. Even though they don't apply it, it might work for you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I agree. I would definitely agree with that. But yeah, you're asking those very hard questions that are very getting uncomfortable is going to be the probably the best thing.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Getting uncomfortable.
And I think that's probably what a lot of young people are afraid of. Getting uncomfortable. They want that easy, just give it to me right away without the work. Let's just have it right now.
Yeah. Communication is failing. Communication is really got into it's almost a lost art. Ask me.
Isn't it funny how we all have phones, but no one is communicating?
Yes. You see this all day. Just
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is. We have the world in the palm of our hand.
Literally.
And there's so many miserable people.
Yeah.
But
because the human connection is taken away. One of my clients said, we were just talking about the advancement of technology. And he said, what do you think will happen if they'll start creating robots to cut hair? I said, I don't think that's going to happen for now. Reason why is because you take a robot and they cut your head, they might not be able to feel the mistakes to fix it. So, you know what I mean? You got to have that spirit right there,
You got to have that human connection, I think. That's where you want to kind of keep hold on to that. Because that's why most men are so committed to their barbers. You have men more committed to their barbers than a woman.
Oh, I get it so much.
So, I mean,
so much, yeah.
It's a real relationship. That's a sacred relationship there. The barber.
That's a real relationship. You leave a barber and you get a new one. It's like I can't believe I
build.
Yeah, it's a real relationship.
I could tell that he went to another barber just by the, okay, that line is a little, yeah. So how was it?
You gonna leave me?
Yeah. So if we can cross that over and translate it into marriage.
Come on.
Yeah, almost. I mean, you can almost use that as a frame of reference into marriage. Like, okay.
And then they call you like, I'm sorry, you just wasn't available.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick it out with my barber.
Yeah.
What? And Layla, I want to ask you this individually. Javan, I want to ask you this individually. And I ask this during every episode. Layla, what is the biggest mistake you see women make in relationships?
It's probably gonna get me a lot of back is not letting the man lead. Letting my husband lead. And I know that is not easy to just say because it is definitely work in action. Like you have to work on that and allowing him to be the head of the household. And people say he is the head of the household. He definitely is. And so even though financially there's a difference, but I definitely will take into consideration. Let me check with my husband. Now I have purchased some things, furniture, different things. But guess what? I found is always come back to bite me when I do not include my husband into the decision making.
Double like, see, told you should have got that couch.
Yes. And then there's some times where he may not know and he has to go to somebody. I'm like, well, you the leader, lead us to some food.
Always.
Lead us to a meal. So it comes with great responsibility, but I am always okay to put that responsibility onto him. And I think that's where some women actually do fall short. It is really hard because of today's society. We've been talking, you don't need a man. I actually was raised, my parents told me that. Like, you don't need to be having a man, baby, get your education. That was actually tell you know what I said? No, I want to be a mommy and a child psychologist. I said at the age of 7. Wow. So that was and that was my dream, was to be a mommy and a child psychologist. So that was something that I was building on because anything else was just added supporting details. But that was always my ultimate goal. So with that being said, like I'm okay with him having the responsibility of being the head of the household.
I love that. Yeah. So don't come for us in the comment section. So we'll talk about this another time. This is another episode. So I feel you, Layla, because I think that's something that's lost by today's and that's another episode within itself. So I'm going to shelf that because I feel you 100%. Okay, let me just say this real quick with Javan before I get into asking you the question, because I want to ask you, what do you think is the biggest mistake that men make? But I do want to say that because my wife makes more money than me, but she understands, again, like you're saying, leadership and submission and stuff like that. And a lot of times people get so caught up on those terms that they're afraid to actually just live it.
Exactly.
Just live it, just walk in it. And it's going to be something that y'all both have to mesh into and come together and make it work, opposed to just because I make more money than you don't make me the head. Like